dojos are at the center of this controversy. What is up, guys? Dave from Team Rubalcaba Network, TRN Cobra Kai Theories. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I bet you guys thought I was gonna forget to put one up here. I committed to you guys. I will put up a video every single day, but let me explain. Something big is on the horizon. New collaborations coming up. It's in the works. I was kind of working on it today. The Roundtable 2 is coming with new creators on it as well. So it's gonna be big, guys. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that alerts because it's coming, man, and it's gonna be pretty damn cool. So I was kind of working on it today, kind of lost track of time. I was like, oh damn, I forgot to even post something today. So I jumped in here. So today we're gonna do a couple things. One, we're gonna talk a little bit about Carmen, because as a parent to parent, I kind of sympathize with her. But I started thinking about something's going on, like what happened that led Carmen to kind of open her arms back up to Johnny. So I thought about that for a little bit. So we'll talk about that, and then kind of jump into reading some of the comments because I didn't the other day. And if you guys haven't watched it yet, go check out the video I posted yesterday called Behind the Lens. This was actually a live stream. I'm starting to not like doing live streams because they show up like 18 hours later. Literally, when everyone's asleep is when it comes up. So I kind of stopped doing that. But this one was actually really special to me because it's kind of like the person behind the camera, right? What my journey was like and where it started and how the channel's grown, and then just kind of how I evolved as a creator as well. So it's kind of interesting to go back to where it was started. So check that out, put that link up here, check it out, and then let me know what you think. And then as usual, we'll kind of get into some of the comments at the end. So all right, guys, let's do some quick shout outs. Make sure to check out my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Cobra Kai Fanatics. Man, we're almost close to like 300 people in that group, so check in there. I check in there daily. I post almost daily in there. I post some personal things in there too. Cobra Kai fandom, thank you, brother. Thank you for all the support, and I always appreciate you. Some big things coming from him on a collab as well. Watch Party, Banzai Kai Dojo, Cobra Kai Companion, The Chosen One, and the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Cobra Kai Kid. And here we go, Cobra Kai Studio, and last but certainly not least, Cobra Kai Nation. Man, this dude's blowing up right now. Make sure you show him some love and tell him that TRN sent you. All right, guys, let's kind of get into this. So what are we gonna talk about today? So let's talk about Carmen. So I'm gonna put on the slideshow, has a couple of things from Johnny and then Carmen, and for some reason I was having some issues with some of the pictures, and so I just kind of put these ones in there. But let's talk a little bit about Carmen, and the slide will come up eventually with her kind of standing over Miguel. We have Abuela, I forgot what her name is, his grandmother standing beside him, and so it's really interesting to see how that relationship has kind of changed between her and Johnny. And I'm actually really curious to like what that conversation looks like. Clearly we haven't seen it. There you go. Clearly we don't know what happened, but something did happen. So we know that Johnny's not just gonna sneak into the hospital and start helping Miguel and start helping him train and kind of refocus. We know that something happened between their relationship, and that's what kind of this episode is a little bit to dig what possibly could have happened. And you guys are more than welcome to put your theories in your comments below. But just being a parent, I had to take myself back, man. And this whole thing, like my video the other day, things are starting to get to me as a parent in the situation that's happening out in the real world. And so I can only imagine if my child is injured, the amount of anger and amount of frustration that I would have, specifically towards Johnny. Johnny's the sensei. Johnny made her a promise that he would take care of her and he wouldn't let anything happen to her, and he failed. And he admits to that. He said, I failed you as your sensei. So I wonder what that conversation looked like. But let me tell you what I think might have happened. I think initially when these two guys meet, and Johnny is gonna be the bigger man once he kind of gets his mess together to talk to Carmen and say, I failed Miguel, but I want to be there for him, and I want to help him. And so initially Carmen's gonna be like, no, I want nothing to do with you. Get out of our lives. You're not his father. Get out of our lives. But I think it's actually the grandma that talks some sense. We already know she's done this before. That this man loves her son. And at the moment right now, Miguel's dad is not in the picture. Now, he may make an appearance, don't get me wrong, but right now, at this moment, this critical moment, he's not there. And I think that conversation happens where Johnny is looking out for him. Johnny wants to be a part of his life. And this has grown beyond karate. It's not about karate anymore. This is someone that he loves, and he's going to do whatever it takes to help him. And I think that over, a little bit of time, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week, that Carmen comes to realize that right now Miguel's morale is extremely, extremely bad. He's hit a breaking point. He's lost. I'm sure she's witnessed her son cry and break down and just have those moments where she sees a broken version of Miguel. And the one man willing to step in to say, no, we can fix this, I can help him, is Johnny Lawrence. And so I think that conversation does eventually happen where she comes to kind of a middle ground to say, okay, like, he needs help. Can you help him? And then it's like game on. And that's when we start to see it slowly starts to happen in the hospital where he's telling them, quiet. Those are just words to try to push him. And then he falls out of the bed, which is hysterical. But we know that he's there trying to push him. And then we transfer to the outside, the post-hospital recovery, where we see him picking him off the ground, putting him into the wheelchair, having him train with the beer keg, Rocky style and all that. And this transition, this evolution of their bond begins to go deeper. And I think there's going to be a moment, guys, and I know you're going to be like, there's no way. I think there's going to be this moment where Carmen looks at this man and really looks beyond what happened and is witnessing what's happening now. And that maybe, just maybe, she can forgive him, which leaves room in the future for them to connect. And I know as a parent, we get angry, we get irrational, we want to protect our cubs. But at the same time, we know that our circles are small and there's only so many people, typically family, that look out for our kids and are willing to run through a wall for them. And that man is Johnny Lawrence. Sensei Lawrence is the man to do it. So I know that she's going to look at him and realize that, okay, let's do it. And we see that is happening right now. So, okay, guys, that's pretty much it of that. I'm not done yet. I'm going to go in and read some comments. But I think this is the part of Johnny that we've been waiting to see. And we'll get into a video with him later too. But this is the part that we want to see. This tough sensei that will not allow his student at the moment, to accept failure. And that is very admirable. And I think that is what ultimately leaves Carmen to saying, yes, you can be there for him. So, all right, guys, I'm going to read some comments. Let's jump into these comments, and I'll try to read as many as I can before I get on out of here. Let me know what you think about that theory, guys. Let me know what you think about Johnny and Carmen's relationship and what role his grandma, abuela, what role she plays in to kind of getting that relationship back on track with Johnny. All right, guys, let's get to these comments. Roy Stanton. Roy, brother, what's up, man? You've been blowing up these comments the last couple of days. I appreciate it. He says, bro, important question. You West Coast? You said hella. LOL. I thought you were Florida. Don't know why I know Bonsai Kai is Florida. I didn't know Bonsai Kai you were in Florida. I didn't know that. I did know that you're on the the East Coast, because as we figured out collabs and all that, I just knew you were 3 hours ahead, so I knew you were on the East Coast. Didn't know exactly where you're at. I'm in Southern California, brother, about 20 miles south of LA, 23 miles south of LA. So I am in California. So it says journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Crossing that threshold, Luke Skywalker. Oh, he's going Star Wars right now. Walking into the cantina for both Johnny Lawrence and Miguel. I'm going to be your sensei. Frodo leaving the Shire. Remember, all resisted at first and didn't accept the challenge initially. So if you're wondering, I talk about in the behind the scenes live stream about how I took this step, this monumental step to say, I'm leaving my career, I'm tired of what I'm doing, and I'm gonna go chase my dream with, in the film and YouTube and all that. And my evolution started from that point on. So that's what he's talking about. He says, Miyagi-Do, shaking my head, hippie. It be me. Bobby's B says, Facebook's been my first platform. So they're all kind of talking about this last video. Says, hi, Team Rubicon Network. You just motivated me to get moving this morning. I too worked in retail for 23 years. I worked in retail for 20 years, guys, before doing this in retail management. I was at the crossroads many times and unsure of the future. I too believe it's important to surround yourself with people who motivate and stick by your side. And what he's talking about is giving out love to a lot of the creators that I just mentioned going into this video that have motivated me, inspired me, punched me when I needed to. Come on, man, wake up, get your stuff together. And I love them for that, man. They've been the motivating force behind this evolution these last couple of months too. And this rampage that's going on with all these videos. It's because of them. They're pushing me. So Bonsai Kai says, well said. Rolaf3 says, maybe she brings Daniel to places Miyagi was a kid when he learned about life balance. This is talking about the new clip that I posted the other day that came out with some extra footage that we saw, which is really interesting. And I talked about it on that clip about Daniel. Daniel, I'm starting to have some hope in him, with him starting to wake up. And it all starts with accountability when he starts to say, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to fix this, or everyone's looking to me. Accepting responsibility is the first step into finding yourself. And we know that Kumiko is going to help him do that. And so check out that video. PJ Bowler says, bro, that's amazing. Sometimes we have to take the leap of faith. I'm doing the same. Just been medically retired due to vocal cord damage. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. So pumped up, and I'm going to do something some gold panty. Hell yeah. I love nature. I love the water. Can't wait. Get excited, Dave. Gonna get excited, mate. Love the reality. So that was taking a throwback to some sharing, and where that live stream took place had significance. So go check that out. Brethren says, the worst thing about all this is that the answer was already there. It was the last session that Mr. Miyagi father taught him and Sato before he died. Let me see what else is in here. I don't remember if I read anything else. There we go. Exactly. That's my biggest beef with Daniel. He's never forgiven or moved on. Now this one I love, so I'm gonna give this brother a shout out. Fly One says, this is the Kyler Files Charges. Man, I don't even remember when I made this one. Probably like 8-9 months ago, before we even knew Kyler was gonna come in. It was just a theory out there. He says, this video is the biggest pile of horse crap I have seen in a while, and I've seen my fair share. My response, you're welcome. More to come, by the way, more crap. So get your shovel ready, Fly One, because I'm about to throw some more crap on you, and you can shovel it out of the way. So let me see one more. That's what I like about Kumiko. She's always been able to put things in perspective in the way that Daniel's able to understand more effectively. One other fan said it best, that Kumiko is able to bring out the more whimsical side of Daniel, and I said I completely agree. All right, guys, that's it for today. Look forward to more episodes. They are coming, guys, and collabs are coming. You guys have no idea what's about to come, so get ready for it. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.